Good morning, my dear students. How are you today? Our lesson today is lesson one, which is understand integers. This unit we are going to step up to grade 6. Lesson one, understand integers. What is the integers? In this unit, we are going to learn the negative numbers. Negative numbers like numbers under sea level, numbers maybe when you withdraw from your bank account, it will be negative. So how we know the integers? The integers is like that. We are going to draw the number line first. Okay, and the integers are right, zero in the middle, and on the right the positive numbers, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. On the left, negative numbers, negative 1, this is the new numbers, negative 2, this is not minus, this is negative, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. So the integers are like that. 0 in the middle, positive numbers on the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Negative numbers at the left, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. This negative numbers is under 0, and positive numbers are above 0, above 0. Let's see exercise to know what I mean. Here in exercise number 4, use the number line below, give the integers that each point represents. Then write its opposite and tell how many units number is from 0. Let's start with the number line. Here we have 0. After 0, let's complete the number line first. After 0, 1. On the right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The positive numbers, and the negative numbers will be on the left, like that. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, negative 9, negative 10. Now we complete the number line. So 0 in the middle, on the right the positive numbers, on the left the negative numbers. Let's find the letter A. Letter A is here. Letter A is represent negative 7. What about the next question? It's opposite. Opposite means change the sign. Change the sign. Instead of negative 7 will be 7. So the opposite of negative 7 is 7. The opposite of 7 is negative 7, and so on. The opposite of negative 7 is 7, and the opposite of 7 is negative 7. And tell how many units number is from 0. Let's count after A to reach 0. After A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it will be 7 units. 7 units. This is the distance. The next one, letter B. Letter B, I can use text, okay? Letter B. B is here. So B represents 4. What about its opposite? Its opposite is negative 4. Yes, What about the distance from 4 to 0? Count 1, 2, 3, 4. The distance will be 4 units. Yes. So this is the answer. C. What is the number C? C is 0. 0 has no opposite. 0, the only number, has no opposite. So the distance from 0 to 0 is 0 units. 0 units. There is no distance. So 0 has no opposite. D. Letter D. Letter D is negative 2. What is the opposite of negative 2? The opposite of negative 2 is 2. What about the distance from negative 2 to 0? It's 2 units. Yes, 2 units. The same number. E. E. Letter E is 2. What is the opposite of 2? The opposite of 2 is negative 2. What about the distance from 2 to 0? It's 2 units. The distance from 2 to 0 is 2 units. F, letter F. Letter F, the number is represent negative 5. What is the opposite of negative 5? Yes, 5. What is the distance from negative 5 to 0? The distance is 5 units. Distance is 5 units. In question number 1, which is warmer, 2 degrees Celsius or negative 5 degrees Celsius? The warmer is 2 degrees Celsius. Why? Because negative 5 degrees Celsius is under 0. And if the degree is under 0, it's going to be ice. It's going to be colder. 2 degrees Celsius is warmer. 2 degrees Celsius. Which integers do you use for counting? For counting, what we are going to use? Can we use negative in counting? No. We use in counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. So we use in counting the positive numbers, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. These numbers we use it to count. The next one, how would you read the number, this number? This number, how can read it? Who can tell me? Yes, repeat after me. Negative 30. Negative 30. This is not minus. Minus is operation. This is sign. Negative 30. Negative 30. So we read it like that. Negative 30. Negative 30. We read this number as negative 30. Negative 30. Again, this number, negative 4. This number, negative 5. This number, negative 2. This number, negative 7. This number, negative 5. So it's negative, not minus. Negative, not. Let's complete the exercise. Write the opposite of each integers and tell how many units of the number is from 0. It's a very easy exercise. The opposite of negative 10. Who can tell me? Yes, the opposite of 10, sorry, is negative 10. Opposite of 10 is negative 10. What about the distance? The distance is 10 units. From 0, the distance is 10 units. The next one. What is the opposite of negative 17? Yes, 17. And what is the distance from negative 17 to 0? It's 17 units. There is no distance with negative, okay? You have to pay attention. The opposite of 22 is negative 22. What is the distance from 22 to 0? Is 22 units. Here, we have negative, negative. If you have negative, negative, just cancel them because negative, negative means positive. So if you have negative, negative, you have to cancel them like that. So the new number now is 24. 24. What is the opposite of 24? The opposite of 24 is negative 24. What is the distance from 24 to 0? Is 24 units. Here, negative 160. What is the opposite of negative 160? Is 160. What is the distance? It will be 160 units. 48. What is the opposite of 48? Negative 48. The distance is 48 units. 45. The opposite of 45 is negative 45. The distance 45 units. Negative 70. What is the opposite of negative 70? It's 70, yes. And the distance 70 units. 80. The opposite of 80 is negative 80. And the distance is 80 units. The opposite of negative 21. Negative 21, its opposite is 21. The distance is 21 units. What is the opposite of 125? It's negative 125. What is the distance? The distance is 125 units, the distance from 0. What is the opposite of negative 5,846? It's 5,846 was positive. What is the distance? 5,846 units. The distance from 0 is 5,846 units. Let's move to another exercise. In this exercise, elaborate the polygon with greatest perimeter. Which of the following polygon did you pick? Let's find the perimeter of each one, of each polygon. The perimeter of the first triangle, perimeter, make all sides plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. It will be 8 times 3, no problem, equals 24. And here, the perimeter of this square, 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, means 5 times 4. It will be 20. Here, the perimeter of this rectangle, 7 plus 7, 14. 14 plus 4, 18. 18 plus 4, 22. So 7 plus 7 plus 4 plus 4 equals 7 plus 7, 14. 14 plus 4, 18. 18 plus 4, 22. The next one, the perimeter here, 6 plus 6, 6 plus 6 plus 5 plus 5. It equals 6 plus 6, 11, 6 plus 6, 12, 12 plus 5, 17, 17 plus 5, 22. Which is the greatest perimeter? The greatest perimeter is the triangle. So the answer is A. The next one. Sam said that any integers is the same distance from 0 as the opposite of its opposite. Is Sam correct? Yes. Sam correct. Why? Because the distance from negative, here we are going to draw the number line. For example, 0, 1, 2, and negative 1, negative 2. What is the distance from negative 2 to 0? From negative 2 to 0, it's 2 units. 1, 2. From here to here, 2 units. What is the distance of 2 to 0? It's the same 2 units, the same distance. So any number and its opposite are in the same distance from 0. Number 28. What could the number negative 18 represent? Using the same situation, what would its opposite represent? What would 0 represent? Here, negative 18, it represents, for example, 18 feet underwater or under sea level, no problem. Under sea level means 18, it will be negative 80. And its opposite is 18 feet above sea level. What about zero? Zero represents sea level. Zero represents the sea level. So 18 under sea level, it will be negative 18. 18 feet above sea level, it will be positive 18. Zero is the sea level. I finished my lesson. I hope you understood this lesson well. Please study this lesson well and don't forget your online assignment. Have a nice day. Thank you.